Hello and welcome to my latest weekly video news from Madison's. Well, I posted a special vlog last Friday, which was all about Labour's win on the general election. They are our new government, forming quite a large majority. And I talked about what I felt that had in store for the housing market and what changes we might see across the housing market as a result of their win. That vlog is on my website. If you want to have a look at it, do have a look. I'm not going to regurgitate it all now. But one thing I did say was they had a very aggressive house building target. They want to build 1.5 million new properties over the next 5 years, 300,000 a year, with a very strong focus on social housing within that as well, delivering 90,000 a year of social housing. And I said they just really need to press on with that, really. It'll be interesting to see how they quickly get out of the starting blocks to move forward with those changes. Big policy, but big change needed. Well, of course, there were changes seen last week. We had a new housing minister nominated, elected, and a new deputy prime minister, secretary of state. So Angela Rayner, the new deputy prime minister, housing of state, and reporting to her, Matthew Pennycook, who is going to be our new housing minister. He's 41 years old, educated in New Malden, and interestingly has a bit of form on objecting to new housing developments. In 2020, he'd objected to 150 flats, quite a small scheme actually, and then in next year objected to 1,500 flats, all within his own constituency. So let's see what happens on his standing on new development, because he has got a bit of reform for not liking them, certainly in the past. But of course, came out very strong. The Chancellor, our new Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, came out strongly last week, very quickly, to say that you were going to see changes. And indeed, only yesterday, she announced a big shake-up to the planning system. She wants to remove all of the red tape that has held back planning, meaning that the infrastructures can't get created, the energy grid suffers, and basically developers are being blocked from pressing on with developments. So she feels that she has done in 72 hours more than the previous Conservative government did in 14 years. So yeah, quick move to try and remove all that red tape, encourage more private investors, and basically see if that development does push forward into the housing market. She really wants to focus on brown belt and what's called grey belt sites, which are those kind of not so nice greenbelt sites. So those are where she really wants to focus her attention and get development moving. Let's see what happens. As a result of that news, house builders' shares went up dramatically in value yesterday. They see it as a great thing that there's going to be a more proactive and welcoming attitude towards house building and development. So as ever, I will keep you posted. There's very other little news around in the property world at the moment. I mean, what are we kind of thinking now generally? Interest rates, base rates should hopefully come down soon. The market will like this stability. Mortgage rates starts to come down a bit. Improved buyer activity into the market. Hopefully might go a bit quiet over the summer, but a strong autumn market ahead. And interesting data came out on equity release loans actually, which show that they are getting cheaper. They've been seen as quite expensive historically. So they're what people use when they kind of are in their house and they don't want to move, but they want to free up some of the equity they have in it to help with living. And they've become much more acceptable and much more well regarded. They had a bit of a bad reputation in the past, probably unfairly so, but now it's a really clean, good industry that allows people to keep living in their homes without selling, releasing this money. And then basically the equity release companies become more flexible. They will now allow payments back to the equity release company. They used to have really hefty redemption penalties, which kind of discouraged anybody from reducing their debt, but now they're more flexible on that. And it's estimated that the equity release market saved their borrowers 300 million alone last year. So huge numbers that are being shown that those loans really are a great option for some people. If interested, give us a call. I have a great contact locally I can put you in touch with to discuss that further. She's excellent. Well, a couple of properties that we've been taking to market. We're still really, really busy. If you fancy being in Tunbridge Wells, and you've got a budget of around 875,000, then this house on Dunstan Road will be a good one for you. It's really beautifully presented, beautiful architecture, and the current owners have invested in it well. So it's really, really well presented, both internally and externally. Lovely little garden, and really generous accommodation. You've got 5 bedrooms in this house, which is deceptive. So it is really nice and spacious. As I say, Dunstan Road, heart of St John's, so great for grammar schools and all the wonderful St John's amenities that you've got. And then pushing slightly further out towards the A21, what about this wonderful 4-bedroom house? One of the bedrooms is more of a study, but it's got 3 strong bedrooms, definitely, on Prospect Road, which is a beautiful road in Southborough, lovely red brick Victorian architecture, and it is on at a guide of £595,000. Beautifully presented once again, and great as well for local schooling and access to Tunbridge Mainline Station and the A21. Well, there's lots about to kick off for the summer holidays. The wonderful My Tunbridge Wells girls did a great feature on what's happening in the Royal Victoria Place, which was really interesting. There's so much going on there to entertain your little ones this summer. So do head over to their website for all the details. I hope you have a lovely week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.